Hey friends, it's old Uncle Larry coming at you on a Monday night. Just got done watching the Bills game. Quite a nail biter that was. And I also did a triple today. In session terminology, let me turn this amp off. That's 9 hours of work. The Nashville session thing runs in 3-hour blocks, 10 to 1. And you get a little lunch break, and then 2 to 5. And then usually I go home because I usually only do doubles max because I'm too old now for triples. And then a triple would be a 6 to 9 as well. So tonight I did a triple in 2 different studios, which is a lot of work for an old man. Mother, there's no need to escalate. Anyway, hope everybody's doing great out there. Sorry for all the videos lately. I've been over posting. I've been loving playing these old Fenders. You know, those of you guitar players out there probably know me more as a Gibson guy, but lately I've been on the Fender kick, you know. I don't know why. Just getting into it. And I'll tell you what you're just hearing. I don't know if it's translating across the phone, but just coming up here and plugging in that JC120. I mean, the way that thing fills the room with sound is just mind-numbing. It even had me thinking, like, what if on my live gigs I did like a 2-amp setup where I had the JC120 for the lush cleans, and then an AB switch that went to the Princeton and Tweed Deluxe together for like the normal 2B stuff. See, the thing about doing stuff like that, no offense to anyone, but you got to have a great sound man at that point. When you start having 2 mics on your rig for 2 completely different sounds, you got to really have faith that sound man knows how to balance those two, because it could be a goat fuck if it's wrong. You know, you got one amp way quieter than the other, and you go to play the clean stuff and it disappears, and then you go back to your normal rig and it's too loud. You know, like, that's the only danger about playing a multi-amp rig. See, I normally just play in mono, so I control the solo boosts and all that stuff. But when you got a rig as complicated as what I was just describing, you got to have a great sound man. And you can't always count on that in this world of throw and go. Nick and I were talking about that, Nicky G. I sent him a Jim Croce video of Jim Croce and that amazing guy that played with him doing a live version of Operator. And it's just so amazing how fucking tight those two guys were. And I said, man, that's a live recording. And he's just like, people don't talk about this, but in the old days, people used to actually rehearse. Like, people would practice until the shit was transcendental. See, all these amazing musicians around here in Nashville, but nobody wants to practice. Everything's always like seat of the pants, throw and go. And if anybody does rehearse a couple times and get something worked up, everyone's like, wow, man, look at these guys. Look how tight they are. And in the old days, everybody was that tight because you had to be. And now, like, I think back on like the tightest bands I've ever been in. The Ann Wilson band toward the end that I did a couple years ago was really tight. We got telepathic. We played together so much, and we played those same songs so many times that we were very, very cohesive. And there's a confidence that happens when you're playing in a band like that. When you fucking know the songs, and everybody in the band knows the songs, and they all push and pull in the same places. It's an amazing thing. All of our favorite great bands had that, you know, but it takes so much work to get a collective of musicians to that level. You just have to play and play and play, and after a while, it really starts sounding like something, you know. And if you were to replace one of the members at that point, it would make a huge upset to the whole apple cart. Like, when a band gets that tight, every little thing that you do gets counted on. And when you change it, if somebody comes in and tries to replace you, it's like, it's not the same. You'll get lots of complaints like, man, I miss that rhythm part you used to play, or so-and-so, you know. I've heard that a few times in my life, because I'm usually the guy that quits the band. That gets pretty tight. And everyone's like, man, I miss that shit you were playing, you know, so-and-so. But man, it goes for all of us. And then when you get a band that tight and then one of the guys moves on and quits, it sucks. Because it sucks trying to break in a new guy to get to the same level you were at. And then you're sick of the songs by that point. It's hard. Being in a band is fucking harder than being married. Oh, wait. No, it's not. But it is hard. This week should be interesting. I'm producing some tracks for finishing up that album for that girl named Jamie French, who's an amazing comedian. He's got like a zillion followers. But we've got a pretty cool little project going, and we're finishing up this week. She's cool to work with, and I got some other shit going on this week too. I can't remember. It's a busy week. I've been busy just in general, but I'm loving this fall weather, man. I am just loving it. It's just amazing. Let me show you a couple licks. Here, let me turn this thing back on. Okay, so here's a good thing. Okay, if you're playing in the key of E, you want to go to the 4 chord, which is an A, right? Or in cowboy terms, it'd be. That's how I play a cowboy A. Look at that. I got my middle fingers barring the E and the A, and then I got my ring finger playing that C sharp. I got that finger firmly pressed between those two strings. Now I've got freedom to do all kind of shit. Oh, popped out of the old string tree. Okay, so that one too. So let's just say you were on the 1 chord, the E. You wanted to do something a little more interesting than that A chord. If you went. Or this. You could play an A add 9 over 3 over C sharp. It's like a C sharp minor 7, but you move the 5th up to A. make a loop out of that. That's pretty cool. There we go. Let's see how that sounds. Close. Right there. Use your little finger for the hammer on. Have a great night. I'll see you around the bend. Class dismissed.